Hi, welcome. I'm Mary and I hook books and other things. So, I would like to tell you today about how I do not tip my baristas. I am a teacher, so I don't have a lot of expendable income, but the first few weeks of every term and usually around Christmas, I just need the psychological comfort of a Starbucks. I do. I need the extra caffeine. I need the cinnamon. I need the whipped cream. I need it all. And my baristas absolutely love me. Why? Because once a year, I do make it up to them that I don't tip the rest of the year. So every year I make just a bunch of holiday slash coffee related gifts if I can. And I usually bring them in around this time of year and give them to them. Last year I felt so special. I went in and they were all over the store. And then I found out that somebody stole a bunch of them, so I had to make more. And this year I went in and they were like, no one's stealing it this year. And it was just hilarious because the new people did not know what they were talking about. And I don't go in very much before the Christmas season, between the beginning of term and now. So new people didn't know who I was. They didn't know what the other baristas were talking about. But it's really cool that we have had some of the same people, and I go in there not too terribly often because, again, I am a teacher. So it's just so fun. It's like my cheers. This year I have just some assorted stockings that I have made for them in all the various colors and a couple of rainbows. And of course, little hearts and Christmas themed hearts because I do love them so much. And many coffee cups in various assorted colors. And the original pattern for this is a lot bigger. I just shrunk it down so I could make more smaller ones. And of course, the gift that I give to everybody, all my regular clients, all my students and coworkers. Great. These cute little reindeer candy cane holders. I think I had a pattern for these like 8 years ago, and I went back to try to find it and it's not there, and I've just been making them from memory for so long. I wish I could credit the original person. I'm also sure that I've changed the pattern because patterns are like recipes in cooking. They're like a guideline, and then you make it your own, and eventually it's unrecognizable. But creativity is good, right? So that is how my baristas love me, even though I can't afford to tip on a regular basis. And I do get to spread some holiday cheer. They make my day brighter, so I try to make their holidays brighter as well. And I will have the description box full of patterns for some of the things that I've showed you today. So if you'd like to also spread more cheer for this holiday season, and if you would be so kind, like, subscribe. If you'd really like to, you can buy me a coffee. That will be in the description box down below as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you take care of yourself, relax your shoulders, keep your head up, and breathe. To go along with my coffee theme, I have some coffee themed book recommendations for you as well. I read On What Grounds a couple years ago, and it got me into the cozy mystery genre. It is set in New York, which is not normally my thing, but it is a cozy, and she loves coffee. This person did her research. There's such great coffee can I say the P word on here? Like it is amazing. So I love it just for that. It's also a sweet, cozy mystery. You know, a older woman who has raised her daughter, who goes to college in New York. She inherits a coffee shop from her ex-mother-in-law who wants her to get back together with her husband. And wackiness ensues. It is a little dated, it feels a little bit 90s, and once in a while, just like once actually that I can remember, I think it was the second or third book, there was some bi erasure and the character not being comfortable with her daughter dating a bi man. But other than that, I really haven't found much that's problematic in this series. So I really like it and I would recommend it. Also, again, no one needs me probably if you're in the book community to tell you about this book. But for those of you who are not big booktubers or book talkers, Legends and Lattes. This one is cozy fantasy. It is so great. I love the little chef so much. He gives me life. I love it. I love the sapphic romance. I love the fantasy elements. It is cozy, so it's not as plot driven, but I really loved spending time with these characters and seeing how she made her dreams come true on her own. A great nonfiction is Thanks a Thousand, A Gratitude Journey. And AJ Jacobs traces his coffee from conception to coffee shop. And he learns to be more grateful for the very complex process of our daily addiction. So that is a really fun nonfiction to pick up. Also, the autobiography of Catherine Janeway by Una McCormick. I am a Trekkie. It is no secret on this channel. But if you grew up on Voyager like I did, and Catherine Janeway was your hero, or if you are vaguely familiar with it because it's the meme on the internet, she loves her coffee. So that is why this is on my list of coffee related recommendations. Coffee and spaceships. What more could you want? A couple honorable mentions. They're not about coffee per se, but A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking is another cozy fantasy, and she's a little witch or wizard, and her only power is being able to make baked goods come to life. And wackiness ensues. Of course, she has to help defend the kingdom because it's fantasy, and it is just darling. Also, it's not quite a coffee shop in the traditional term, but it does take place at a Panera. If you know book talk, you probably already know I'm talking about the Finley Donovan series, the instigating incident that starts out her wacky adventures is at a Panera. She is a mystery writer. She's talking to her agent about how to kill a character, and someone thinks that she's an actual contract killer and tries to hire her. And wackiness ensues. I am on the third book. The first one is Finley Donovan is Killing It. And I don't remember the second one. I just finished Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. This is a solid series. A working mother going through a divorce, supporting herself, her kids, and I love the relationship between her and her nanny. So, fun, mystery, thriller, cozy mystery to pick up this holiday season.